Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. So this clip right here, there was a lady that had pulled us over. We were driving around and we had the trailer with us, so she saw the scrap and told us that she had some. So there was some pieces for like the garage door opener and a few other stuff, but yeah, we were able to get a good load on this one, and then a little bit after that, take it into the scrapyard. But yeah, there's times where people have flagged us down and said they have scrap to pick up, so that's really nice of them and we appreciate that. I want to say a big thank you to our members, and we do have a new member as well, Colorado She Diggers, so make sure to check out her channel. But thank you again, Amy Gaines, and we really appreciate it. And if anybody is interested, links are in the description, but of course it's not required at all. And you guys already know that any money that we make from scrapping, we do donate 10% to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And if you are new to the channel, then we do our donations at the end of the month. We are open to other charities as well, but for the most part, that's where we donate to. And we tend to find like scrap while we're diving at like retail places, and then sometimes we'll occasionally find food while we're diving for scrap, but yeah, sometimes it's kind of backwards like that. But Mr. Bolt is going for these windows, these screens right here. Sometimes you find like pretty good stuff in some of these bags. A lot of times Mr. Volt has found copper, brass, and other little bits and pieces. So I guess that just depends on how you do your scrapping. Because Mr. Volt has seen some people where they just drive by and just pick whatever's left out. And he's seen some other ones where they might like peek in and then head off, but they still missed a lot. When he's able to, he does try to check it, but I guess it just depends on the location. But for the most part, the business owners, they're fine with it, so it can take a little bit more time. But again, just check out, your spots and see how it goes. But some people are fine with it, and some don't want you going through the dumpsters and taking the scrap, but we notice that for the most part, for scrapping, they're fine. As you can see, sometimes we go out with the trailer and sometimes we don't. So it just depends too, like if we have like already a big load, then we'll just leave it and Mr. Boat will head out and just go like that without it. Sometimes he just makes a quick stop. But you definitely don't need to have the trailer, to go out and scrap. We have received many comments from our viewers who let us know, how they scrap. So yeah, you can always find stuff even just with the car or bike or scooter, anything that you need. Some people have even left comments too that they, just go out walking like that and collecting scrap. And that's good like for cables and like even brass and copper, because you don't need a lot of space and you actually get a good amount. Mr. Volt has gotten way more with a tote of brass and copper than a full load of steel. So it just depends on how he's able to do it at that time. And we're kind of seeing like maybe like how that would work if we just loaded up the trailer with like, you know, the non-ferrous, the brass and copper, and see how much we can get for that. So that's something that we might do. Just kind of like go more for the copper, the brass, and you know, the aluminum, and then just maybe fill up the trailer for the week or something and see how that goes. But of course, let us know like how you guys scrap, your best finds, your strangest finds. We do love to hear from you guys. And if anybody is thinking about doing some scrapping, then we suggest to, you know, check out some areas nearby, make a route, see, you know, what works, which ones are open, and the ones that you're able to, you know, dumpster dive at. And then just keep checking it, because there's days where you don't find anything, and then there's days where you find so much. And we get that a lot too, like people will ask, you know, where to go and what to get, but I mean, honestly, it just depends on where you're at. And it's not just the scrap too. I mean, as you can see, there's stuff that Mr. Volt will take that we can still use. And if you do find stuff that can be resold, eBay is really good. So I suggest if you want to check out eBay, look up some videos on YouTube, and that will give you an idea of like how to sell, how to start off. If you're starting a new account, then they do limit your listings to, I believe, either 5 or 10, and I believe they hold your payment for like a month. But after that, then you're good. You'll get paid like the next day. But that's what we started to do when we started finding a lot of stuff that was still really good. And that's a good way, you know, if you're able to, that you can make some extra money. You know, not just with the scrap and not just with saving stuff. So even if you're starting out, like if you want to, you know, do the eBay, just look at what you have too. And we want to say a big thank you to everyone who's bought a mystery box. So what we do is we fill a, you know, flat rate, medium flat rate box with as many items as we can, and we sell that for a little bit over shipping costs. But that's just like stuff that we find like retail diving. And yeah, there's been a lot of people that have been asking for things that they see in the videos. So if you see anything, let us know, and we can do our best to send it to you. So we do have the info in the description if anybody is interested in that, because that kind of changes depending on, you know, price of shipping. But we do have an option that is just all the items in the box, or there's also an option where we have a memory foam pillow, brand new. So these ones were from a deal that we have with the local business. But yeah, that's just a way that we can get you guys a lot of stuff that you see in the videos for a really good price. If you do have more questions, you can send us a comment, and then we'll get back to you on that if anybody's interested. So that stuff is like mainly like from our, you know, our main channel where we do more retail. Here is more scrapping. But but we still find some good stuff on here too. So that's what I was saying about the eBay. If you do find stuff that can be resold, we like to put like more of the business industrial stuff on eBay because they get good money, you know, for a lot of the parts, and companies will just throw away stuff that they don't need. So there's so much stuff that we find that's brand new, you know, can still be used. And for the most part, a lot of the business industrial stuff can make some good money. I mean, you can sell for a good price. And then we donate most of the clothes, shoes, and, you know, home goods and that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that we mostly donate, because we know like a lot more people, they need clothes and that type of stuff. Also the food, I mean, we find perfectly good food from retail stores, so that's another thing on our main channel. But again, here you can find like just ideas on some of the stuff that we scrap. And then I just, you know, suggest that if you find something that looks a little weird or expensive, or, you know, the quality looks really good, just look it up and see. Because there's been times where we found stuff and then we check it, and whatever, you know, that item is, there's times that they've been, you know, hundreds of dollars, and we were going to scrap it. And we still miss things too, so if we do miss stuff in the video, let us know, because that helps us later to, you know, identify that item. Because although we do, you know, look stuff up later, you know, we're not able to look stuff up while we're scrapping. So if you see anything, let us know. And it helps to put the timestamp too, because I can just like click on it and you can see exactly what it is that you're talking about. And then that helps out, you know, other viewers as well who are getting started with scrapping or reselling. And this right here is like when we go for like our retail dives. But like I said, you know, sometimes we'll find scrap when we go looking for our retail dives, and I mean, if we can take it, we'll take it. Like all of these bows and sunglasses, we will wash them, clean them. Usually, like the stuff that we find, we'll wipe them down. We have, you know, disinfecting wipes, and those will go to donations. So like smaller stuff like that. Yeah, see, there's like all these like sunglasses, which, I mean, I guess they're just like to play around with or something, I don't know, but yeah, those can be donated. The kids, they like to play with those. And also these metal pieces right here, so you can scrap them. And Mr. Volt did find someone that wanted some of them. So there was a man that was going to use them for his garden. So Mr. Volt gave him some. But yeah, if you want to scrap them, you can scrap them, or you can reuse them for different projects. There's quite a bit. They are very light, so you're not going to get too much out of them. But again, their use, you can put them to use and reuse them. Mr. Volt was trying to fix the dumpsters because they were moved, and I guess he found someone's stash over here. I don't know, it was like in the back of the dumpster, just hiding back there, so yeah, he took it. And he did check it, so it wasn't complete or anything like that. So he was able to scrap that. But there's a lot of times you find stuff in the back of the dumpster too, so make sure to check that if you're able to. Just be careful because, we have found like people back there too, like homeless people, where they, usually that's at night though, where, they might be sleeping behind there, so be careful. You don't want to push the dumpster and, squish someone. So just check it out before and see that it's, safe to push. And we did keep this, so, we traded out our other table that we have, and yeah, we're using this now, so that was going to be thrown away. We were able to save that one, and it's really nice too. So like I said, there's stuff that we find that we can reuse and save, and stuff that we can scrap, like this. And we did receive a comment too from a viewer who found a cast iron bathtub. So those ones are really heavy. So that was a good find right there. Just of course always be careful. So again, this was our retail dive route, and we ended up finding more scrap. Mr. Volt had to rearrange the trailer a little bit, but everything fit. We we love finding candles like this. It's not just about the scrap too, but also this curling iron right here. Mr. Volt did fix that, so they cut the cord, but that was saved and that will go to a viewer. And I want to say a big thank you to all of our subscribers. Make sure to leave a comment to be featured in our next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.